Welcome back, everybody. Today we're here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 11, titled Bounty. This will be my review of it. Man, what a crazy good episode. I love that episode. We're going to get deep into it, talk about everything. So if you haven't seen the episode, definitely recommend it. Go check it out and then come back to this video, but let's get started. So yeah, like I said, this episode was crazy good. I think it's actually one of the best episodes of this season so far. And it's kind of blowing my mind how good this season is so far, and it looks to only be getting better, which again is completely blowing my mind. But to begin talking about this episode, let's start off with the kingdom, because that was more of the smaller stuff in the episode that I want to discuss. So the kingdom was goofy as hell in this episode, I have to admit, but I liked it. I was kind of surprised though that how well that execution went. Like, I thought they were gonna get in some real danger, but because based on that synopsis, it said like the quest turns dangerous or something, and yeah, it did turn dangerous, but it went a lot better than I expected. But yeah, the kingdom stuff, everything went smooth sailing. Little hiccups here and there, but overall really fun stuff. And I really dug the music in this episode, especially with the kingdom. The song at the end was absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna discuss that towards the end of the review. But yeah, I did like the kingdom stuff a lot. It was just like a fun feeling there, and also a lot of good character moments. And I did like, the whole movie theater thing, and, how the kingdom was pushing that, because we've never really seen that before or thought about that before. But yeah, they're right. There's people growing up in this world that don't even know what a movie is or anything like that. And, there's a big cultural impact, I think, with movies, and that's important. And it makes sense for it to be King Ezekiel to be the one pointing that out. But that being said, let's move on to the main attraction, which is the hilltop stuff, which completely blew me away. I love the hilltop stuff we got this episode. So beginning with Connie, I did like the point of view stuff they were doing with Connie. I wish they did add a little bit more there with maybe the whispers coming at her. I think that would be really cool also, and scary. But I did like the point of view of her seeing the whispers. I did really like that. I think Luke doing the sign language from behind the back was also a nice touch, and I loved how she saved that baby. And when the whisperer put the baby down, I was literally like jumping, saying like, no way. Like, we already know the whisperers are brutal, but there's no way they're about to let this baby die. And I was like, that's why I think this episode, there's so many scenes in this episode that were so tenseful, and this is definitely one of them. I was just waiting, and like I couldn't believe that I really thought for a second the baby was gonna die, but luckily Connie went and goes save it. And when she was inside of all the crops running away from the walkers, I did love the editing there where they completely muted the episode to see it from her perspective. That was really cool, and again, very tenseful, because I was honestly a little bit scared for her right there. And then when Daryl and the Hilltoppers came to save her life, I love that. And this is such an ensemble episode with the hilltop and the kingdom. Like, there was not just like a singular character moment that I loved. Everybody in this episode had a really good part, which I think is what made this episode really good. Also, seeing the whispers like genuinely whisper to each other when that one whisperer was talking to Alpha, I did like that too, because we have seen them whisper, but not like whisper speak. So that aspect of the episode I also really liked. And man, Alpha was cool as ever. I'll talk a little bit about that ending with Lydia in a second. This episode did also made me really miss Rick, because in the beginning of the episode, Alpha was at the gates demanding her daughter, and Daryl went to go out and talk to her, and it was like, who should I talk to? Like, who's the leader? Like, I was just kind of imagining Rick meeting Alpha, and I think that would be so cool. And it's a shame that we're never really gonna get that. Like, we probably aren't gonna get that. I mean, we're never gonna get that. Cut to the chase. Yeah, we're never gonna get that. But I was just thinking about it and how cool that would have been. But Daryl did do a good job filling the leadership role. He made some big boy decisions, and he took care of business. I also really liked the Enid and Henry moment in the episode when Enid brought up her parents, and I believe she was talking about Carl there. When she was talking about a friend, it could be Glenn, but I do think it was Carl because of that letter. But yeah, I did like that, and that's what I mean. This episode had such great character moments all around. Like not just not one person shined. everybody in this episode was really good, and I think it makes for, you know, one of the better episodes of the season. And Henry is doing a pretty good job so far. Matt Lintz, I believe, is the actor for this Henry. I know they're all brothers and sisters who play, you know, those kids who are connected with Carol, but yeah, I think it's Matt Lintz who plays this character. Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job so far. I'm liking, you know, his relationship with Lydia, and just again seeing those comic moments come to life on the show is really cool. And speaking of comic moments coming to life on the show, when Alpha slapped Lydia and said, "You address me as Alpha like the rest," oh my god, the nerd in me exploded. The Walking Dead nerd in me exploded when she said that, because I mean that whole sequence was great. With it wasn't really music, it was kind of like the score of the episode at that point was really shining when they were doing the trade. And I was honestly at the edge of my seat. Like, genuinely I was cringing because I was scared of what was happening to Lydia. Like, I was fearful for Lydia, and I saw that slap coming from a mile away, and when it still happened I was like, damn, she just slapped the hell out of you. And yeah, that I love the touch when she said, you know, "You call me Alpha like the rest." It says a lot about her character, and Alpha is very cruel, and I cannot wait to see that walk back to the Whisperer camp next episode, because we did see that in the promo that Alpha was giving Lydia some shit on their walk back, so I can't wait to see that explored more. And then let's talk about that ending of the episode. That ending was perfect. I think the song choice is beautiful, and the ending did make me feel a little sad because we saw all these characters all happy and chilling and relaxed with their loved ones. Yeah, they had a tough day, but for the most part they were all like really happy because they were and I think that the song choice added a lot. And you know, seeing everybody just together as a family, especially Tammy and Earl, because they lost their son earlier in the season, and then they had that baby. Oh man, right in the feels. But it kind of makes you think, because I have a feeling that some of these characters might, like a lot of these characters actually might not, a lot of these secondary characters might not make it out of this season, because we know what's coming up with the fair. But we're going to have to wait and see. Now, I'm not going to talk too much about that, but that ending was perfect. Like, it was really, really nice. And we saw that Henry escaped. That was obvious. And then I did like how Connie went to go help Daryl, because Daryl saved her earlier in the episode. But man, overall, this episode was great. It was more than great. I think it was a terrific episode. Definitely one of the best. I think it is the best episode of the second half so far from the 3 that we have. And it's definitely in the top 5 for me of the season. I have to think about it, but it's definitely up there. It's a really, really good episode. But I am going to wrap it up there for the review. Let me know in the comments down below, what did you think about the episode? I'm very interested to hear your thoughts and opinions. Stay tuned for my episode 12 trailer breakdown. That'll be coming up first thing tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. And if you are a fan of The Walking Dead and you like videos just like this, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later.